Hello and welcome back once again to For You Page. I'm your host, Lexi Minxie on all platforms. Today I have my partner, Adam, the tattoo dad on all platforms. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. So first I want to talk about the TikTok ban. Today's episode is going to be all about mostly technology and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. We're all on the internet. We all know.
Yeah. What do you think before we watch anything?
I feel like there are ulterior motives to banning TikTok more so than other governments are spying on us through it.
Yeah. I think it's really it's more than TikTok for sure. It's about all social media platforms and the regulation. And I've seen a lot of TikTok videos actually about this that are saying that you just don't get information like you do on TikTok, and that's mainly why it's with TikTok because of how easy it is to access and to make controversial more or things that the government doesn't like, whereas because Meta is lobbying the government and other things like that, maybe we won't put this one on Instagram, but you just don't, it's censored. You just don't see stuff like that on Instagram or YouTube because they control the content way more.
Yeah. I mean, TikTok definitely has issues with banning content that, probably is fine, but also, people get banned on Instagram all the time for nothing.
Yeah, our friend just... Our friend gets banned, every other month.
Yeah, it's wild. But, I feel like mostly, and this is, you see this happen a lot with, the United States specifically. We find a foreign power that we don't like, and then we start jumping on things that foreign power controls. It's with Russia and McCarthyism and all of that stuff, or, during World War II with, Japanese people. You always see the government try to push fear against a specific country.
Yeah.
And,
it's just China right now.
Not saying that, there isn't things to fear about foreign powers, because there are. But TikTok is definitely not on the top of my list when it comes to...
Do you remember all the Blizzard stuff?
Do I remember? Which one?
with Hong Kong, the protests with Hong Kong when Blizzard was, not going to have the game in China. I don't remember. Because Blizzard and Overwatch...
Yeah, Blizzard is... Blizzard, the servers in China don't exist right now. Because Blizzard can't make a deal with, the publishing company or, whoever... I'm not sure if it's publishing or whatever, but, with whoever distributes the game in China, they can't reach a deal with them. So the servers in China don't exist right now. So
what about the teams in China?
They're all playing out of Korea.
Oh.
I think. But, most of, the Chinese Overwatch League teams are now playing out of Korea on Korean servers instead. And it's been weird this season for the Overwatch League in general with, the Chinese teams because, a lot of them have, zero social media presence in the U.S. On Twitter and stuff like that, we've gotten, very few details about, what's actually going on with their teams. We haven't even seen any of them play. There's a tournament going on right now called the Pro-Am. And it's just the West teams. And none of the East teams have played their Pro-Am yet. And there's been a lot of, rumors going around that, some of the teams aren't going to even participate.
What about the Valiant?
The Valiant...
Are they back in L.A.?
No, they're not, but they are back in the West.
Oh.
I still think they're in Korea, technically, but they're in the West region.
Are they considered the Los Angeles again?
No. I mean, they have always been considered the Los Angeles.
Yeah, I guess.
But I feel like they are. I feel like they're back in the West. I feel like I remember watching them play.
Okay, so what, that they don't have any social media presence in Western, though? Because how much presence do Western teams have in, Eastern? Weeboo and stuff like that.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's just changed.
It's not like the LA Gladiators have a
Weeboo account. Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, maybe not half, but like a lot of Overwatch's views and stuff was from China, and a lot of like, their plays were from China and stuff like that. But for like Western fans of Eastern teams, like me, I like the Chengdu Hunters. That kind of sucks because I don't know if they're even gonna exist this year.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
COVID really just kind of fucked up everything. COVID really just kind of messed up everything.
Nice.
But yeah, China, TikTok, China Blizzard, TikTok ban. So I'm gonna show you a couple of videos about the TikTok ban, and we'll just react to them.
Okay.
It says, me watching the CEO of TikTok defend the American people and our rights from the literal
United States government.
U.S. government, all while they mispronounce his name, have no knowledge about how Wi-Fi works, and are saying they are doing it for the children when there was yet another school shooting that I didn't see on the news but did see reported on TikTok. And that's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can like, there's so much information that you can just put on TikTok and make extremely digestible. And that kind of stuff is always going to scare governments, no matter how like good or free they want to be. Like, information control is everything to everyone. And if you can't control
censorship.
Information, you can get a lot of things can get away from you very fast.
Yeah. So like if control is in the censoring and like in what's going on your platform, like why doesn't TikTok care then? You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like TikTok does care, but they don't. The alignment of what the U.S. government wants and what TikTok cares about aren't lining up in the way that they want it to. And they can't wrest control of it, so they are just trying to get rid of it. This is conspiracy theory-ish. But it truthfully feels, from the stuff that I have seen, that these people have no fucking clue. It truthfully feels like from what I've seen, that these people have no clue what they're actually talking about when it comes to this stuff. And it is just another way to incite fear and division.
Did you see the clips of them? I'm gonna find one, actually.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, though, is that I've seen clips of them on TikTok.
Yeah, so did I.
But I've seen clips of them looking stupid on TikTok. And you can make the argument that TikTok
curated,
is pushing...
for sure. It's edited, it's curated. They're pushing content that you want to see. If you already consume content that's making fun of people, making fun of governments, that's what you're going to see.
But also you can make the argument that TikTok is pushing content that makes them look better. I don't think that's happening.
I think
but
what's
that
happening...
is an argument that can be made.
Yeah, but I think what's happening is, just like with the Amber Heard hearing, everyone on TikTok has an opinion, and they're making like a collective group opinion just because some people are making videos and like obviously putting their opinions in these videos.
Yeah.
So like they go viral, and so everyone is now like, oh my god, like send it to them on their Wi-Fi. And, I mean, it's like funny, it's cool, it's hive mind-ish, but it's the best kind of hive mind.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think it's just I'm getting all of my information about these things from TikTok, and that might not be the best place to get my information about it, about a possible ban.
Yeah, but okay, I get information from TikTok nowadays. I don't look at news and stuff anymore, like, at all. I get anything that's relevant, I learn from TikTok. But if it's like a government thing or like an education thing, like something that's like I learned that like could be a fact, I always go and look it up afterwards.
Right, which is what you should do.
No matter. But not everybody does that.
Right.
So that's why it's dangerous, because you have to like fact check. And this is also what's wrong with like news sources too, though, is that they could just say shit, and then if you just listen and you don't fact check it, you don't fact check what the Fox News anchor is saying about the transgender teens, then you're just gonna believe it because you have no critical thinking to make sure it's right or not.
Yeah, it's just
and that it's just the same thing that's happening with TikTok though. So like, why does it really matter if it's better or worse than like those actual news sources? Like, are they better because they're on a TV instead of on your phone?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly.
And I always make this point where it's like, these people are just people making TikToks and saying stuff, and it could be true or could not be. But at this point, news sources are just people saying stuff, and it feels like there's zero integrity behind most news sources anyways. So what's the difference?
All right, this one has 7.5 million views.
I want to talk specifically. Can you tell me right now, can you say with 100% certainty that TikTok does not use the phone's camera to determine whether the content that elicits a pupil dilation should be amplified by the algorithm? Can you tell me that?
We do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users. We do not.
You don't?
No. The only face data that you get, that we collect, is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face. We need to know where your eyes are.
Why do you need to know where the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated?
And that data is stored on your local device.
Do your eyes dilate when you look at TikTok? Like, is that
Again,
proven?
we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
I find that hard to believe. It's our understanding that they're looking at the eyes. How do you determine what age they are then?
We rely on age gating as our key age assurance.
Age
gating, which is when you ask the user what age they are. We have also developed some tools
like every other website,
profile, to go through the videos that they post to see whether...
Oh, that's creepy. Tell me more about that.
It's public. So if you post a video, you choose that video to go public, that's how you get people to see your video.
Like, this guy is
we
just
look at those to see
baiting.
if it matches up the age that you talked about.
Hold on. We gotta take a little break so I can buy some tickets. I'm not kidding. I'm doing this now.
I don't know if when you are watching TikToks, whether your pupils get bigger when you see something you like. I don't know if that's a thing.
I just don't know if my pupils like genuinely dilate enough where you could tell that I like that video on my phone because of like lights and other factors that make your pupils dilate.
Also, and I know there are people out there that do, but who cares? Like, if I talk about Disneyland out loud, I will get 10 ads for Disneyland on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah, this isn't
in the
something
next
new.
20 minutes.
This is across all social medias, all internet things, anything that reads your data.
Every single thing on a computer puts a cookie on your phone. Every single thing on your phone, or on your computer. Every single thing on your phone puts a cookie on your phone. And, like, you can try and mitigate those to only, like, specific things, or you can clear them out all the time, so it's harder for the, like, websites to track them. But this isn't a new thing. This has been happening forever. And, like, at this point, we already live in a surveillance state. We just don't want to admit it.
You know what else I saw on TikTok that reminded me of? That the United States lives in a state of zoochosis.
What's that?
Captive animals in the zoo, when they have been living there forever, get bored and just kind of go in circles in their enclosure because they don't really have anything else to do. And that's basically, Americans are trapped in their enclosure of the U.S. and we just go on our phones and we go scrolling on TikTok and we just do our little thing. And no one really is trying to break anything, break out of the mold. Like, no one is like, we're all just little mindless.
Well, don't say nobody, because somebody's going to comment, I'm not mindless.
I'm not mindless either.
Yeah.
But I am mindless.
I go hiking.
I'm not mindless. My mind has been expanded, okay?
But
I am mindless because I'm not actually doing anything to change the government. I'm not actually doing anything to change the state of, like, society. You know, I'm existing in society. Yeah. That's all that I do. And that's not doing anything to break out of this zoochosis or, like, to change our status, like, at all.
Yeah. I think the TikTok ban is stupid.
Yeah.
And I think that the biggest thing about it is that our government cannot control TikTok in a way it wants to, so it is trying to get rid of it.
Yep.
And you have seen this throughout history where we will suppress things that we don't like, or suppress people that we don't like, or ideas we don't like, in hopes to control our populace more. And I feel like this is just the same thing again. However, the TikTok ban is more than a TikTok ban. It's a ban on a lot more than just TikTok. It is, if you go to specific websites that the government does not approve.
This video talks about it.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to ban TikTok so that they can suppress the youth vote in the 2024 presidential election. Let me be really clear about something. Millennials and Gen Z showed up in record numbers in the 2022 midterm election, and they were not expecting it. They really thought that they could just overturn Roe and that we weren't going to show up. Truly. Democrats and Republicans, like, neither of them took it seriously, and they were shocked. Millennials and Gen Z are the largest voting bloc now, and if we just show up, we win. We're also the most pro-socialist, democratic socialist group of people ever in the United States. More young millennial women support democratic socialism than capitalism. That is a threat to Democratic establishment folks and Republican establishment folks. Their goal is to protect capital at all costs and their own best
The United
interests, which is
States
to keep
is
themselves in
a
office.
company.
If you were wondering if they are
It's a business.
scared that we
It's a
will
corporation.
organize on here, the answer is yes.
We are
they
literally
don't move this
just
swiftly
customers.
for many reasons other than to protect capital, which is exactly what they're doing, because they know that if we organize, we're going to elect progressive, pro-choice, pro-socialism candidates who don't want to privatize education, who want to do something about gun violence, and who give a shit about our student loans and our failing healthcare system, among many other things. If you still want to be able to access TikTok after it gets banned, if it gets banned, download a VPN.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that in the TikTok ban, if you are accessing websites that you can't get in the United States using a VPN, you can get fined some crazy amount of money or go to jail for a crazy amount of time.
That's crazy. I used to use a VPN to use Netflix when I lived in Spain.
Yeah, like you can like get in serious trouble. The TikTok ban isn't just we're gonna ban TikTok and that's it. It's like this huge, wide
control. It's huge.
sweeping internet bill that is going to change the face of the internet in the United States if it happens.
It's way bigger than TikTok.
Big and scary.
Yeah. It's literally just our entire internet, period.
Like taking this step towards censoring wide swaths of things that the government doesn't deem safe is scary, regardless of what it is. You will stop being able to get information about things that the government doesn't want you to learn about. That's scary.
Yeah. Yes. $15.
She got the tickets.
I got the tickets. Motorcycles. Cars. Wait. They're only $15.
That's pretty good.
It's 11:11. Nice.
Nice.
All right, let's watch this TikTok while I'm doing this. This is the CEO of TikTok.
Right.
Hey guys, it's Show here. As you know, I just testified before Congress, and I wanted to share my thoughts about the experience with you. Now, before I do that, I really want to thank you for the comments in the last video. Now, TikTok is all about conversations and community, and I'm so grateful to hear from all of you. Now, here are a few of my favorites. Now, that is what it's all about. A lot was said at the hearing, but I hope you heard the message, the important message, that it is our responsibility to protect more than 150 million Americans who love and use our platform. Now, this is why I'm making the following commitments to you. Number one, we will continue to keep safety, especially for teenagers, a top priority. Second, we will continue to protect your data from unauthorized foreign access. Now, in the US, American data will be stored on American soil by an American company overseen by American personnel. Third, we will ensure that TikTok remains a platform for free expression and that it cannot be manipulated by any government. And fourth, we will be transparent and give access to third-party independent monitors to keep us accountable for our commitments. Now, we know that trust is built with every decision we make. We are proud of the groundbreaking work we are doing to be the most trusted platform in the world. Thank you for listening. I hope you share this information with your friends, your family, and your elected officials on why TikTok is important to you.
This is crazy because you would assume that TikTok, from the official TikTok account, about the future of TikTok would be pushed onto like everybody's For You page.
But you didn't see
period.
it?
I've never seen that.
And that video kind of was, though. It had like 15 million views.
Well, I mean, like, it's TikTok, so
Well, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure that they've got a decent following. But I'm on TikTok pretty frequently, and I've never seen that video.
Yeah. That's interesting. I have seen it because I do engage with like political and like educational, informational documentary type content a lot actually on TikTok.
Right, and all I look at is 3D printing stuff.
And memes.
Yeah, memes. Cats.
Cat videos,
Yeah, cat
raccoons.
videos. I like raccoons and cat videos.
Okay, well, that's enough about TikTok, I guess. We got 5 minutes left, so let's try to talk about
TikTok
Times
ban is
Square.
scary.
Period. And the gamer chopsticks, and then we'll probably wrap it there.
Cool.
So I saw this video on my TikTok about something that people in China were doing to troll people in New York, which
Okay.
I thought was really funny, and I think that we should do that, and if we ever go to New York, I want to do this.
Okay.
Chinese people are using the big screens in New York Times Square like their toys. When you go to Times Square in New York City, you'll see ads for Jay Chou, for Panda Yaya demanding her return to China, a random company celebrating China's National Day, or a furniture company in a random Chinese town. Cai Xukun's fan put his Jini Taimei meme on the big screen. Some even try crowdfunding on Taobao so they can keep Cai Xukun in Times Square for a month. When you go to Xiaohongshu app, there are many tutorials on how to get to the big screen. It only costs $15 to upload a 15-second video, and you can schedule the airtime. Many Chinese
Isn't that
think
crazy?
200
You can just
RMB
put
is
up
a
a
cheap
video
price to pay
in
to
Times
feel what's
Square.
it like
Yeah.
to be a superstar in the world stage. So netizens have become creative, such as taking a selfie with their idols, showing off their pets, or surprising their girlfriend by taking them to Times Square on their anniversary.
Isn't that cute? I want to do it.
That is cute. That's how like
I want to put up like
how long does it take for it
just like
you to
pictures of
put
us.
the ad there?
Or a big meme.
Yeah, like
Ford F-150 EcoBoost moment up on the big screen.
how long does it take for you to like be like, I want to input this and then have it show up?
Do you want
Do
to
you have to like
it?
schedule it?
Yeah, it said you can schedule it for 15 minutes. Or yeah.
Yeah. Man, I hope somebody's watching what's going through on that, because that's kind of...
Yeah, they gotta be monitoring
They gotta-
that for
they
sure.
gotta
They
be
probably
mon-
approve things because it's like public, you know.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
hundreds of-
Like you...
But I definitely, if we go to New York City, and I've only been one time, so we're going
Yeah, I mean,
someday.
It's fine.
I want to do that.
Yeah, no,
Because I think that's
absolutely.
funny.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay, so
I didn't know you could do that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So you've already seen these, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I want to
again.
make these.
So, to preface before we start, Adam is a 3D printer. So, anything you want, this actually you made.
Yeah, I
You
did.
made that. The trophies for guess the thing you made. So
I 3D print
You can
mostly
make these.
props and stuff like that, but like given any STL, I can print it.
I want them.
Yeah.
Because it's actually
You
pretty
mean
convenient.
these? Yes, I use them all the time when snacking and gaming.
Gamer
Especially if
chopsticks.
it's cheesy like these ruffles.
I feel like it would be harder to do it with like a mouse, like if you're gaming with a mouse, but also they're cool. And like having them in between your fingers. Oh, okay, I guess not. Yeah. Like that's sick.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that both of the videos show somebody picking up ruffles, eating
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But like they're cool.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. And like
Because I'm always like gaming, and then I gotta like pick up my Cheeto, and then I'm like wipe it off.
Yeah,
and get a tissue, and then wipe it off, and then I go back to gaming, and I'm like, I don't want to grab another because I just wiped my fingers off.
yeah, I just had to buy a new mouse recently, and like I was like,
My mouse is dirty.
yeah, and I was like, maybe I could like salvage this mouse, and it had like gunk on it, and I was like, I'm just getting rid of this. Like it's just gross, and it's from just like eating like grabbing food and then just touching my mouse because I'm
Yeah.
a dirty little gamer gremlin.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, but yeah, it's great. That's super cool.
Yeah, I want one.
Yeah, I
Make
also like 3D printed accessibility things are awesome. There's so many cool things that you can 3D print to like help people
To just
do
make
things,
things
better.
better. Yeah, because there are so many things. Like I've especially realized it now with my arm. I dislocated my shoulder, and I have to wear a sling for a few more weeks. Doing a lot of things has been really difficult.
Yeah, you have to
And
like relearn how to do.
I have like relearned how to do things. I've like had to, and I've been thinking a lot about like how things open, or like how I have to hold things and stuff because of how differently I have to do it. And for 3 or 4 days, I like still didn't really have good nerve endings in my fingers, so I couldn't like grip very hard. So it's crazy how many things I couldn't do because things were just not accessible to me with one hand.
Yeah, 3D printing can help with that for
Yeah.
a lot of things. Like there's a bunch of websites out there that are like specifically models made for accessibility for people. Things like opening jars with like a little like twist
Oh.
crank.
I have my slug in the bag too.
Yeah, or like just like sensory toys and stuff like that. There's a ton of good things that 3D printing can do for you. And it's also like easier and cheaper than
3D
ever to get a 3D printer.
3D printing is so cool. You could literally make anything.
If you've
with it.
if you've ever thought about 3D printing, now's like a fantastic time to get into it.
Yeah, what's the price range?
For like a good starter 3D printer, you can get like an Ender 3 for like $200. That's like
That's
nothing.
fucking.
It's a small 3D printer. It can sit on a desk, but you can make like decent sized things with it. And like a wide or like a bigger one, like the ones I print on, are like $300-$400. Like I
And
think
then
the
there's
one
resin printers too.
Yeah, and then resin printers are really cool too, but that's like a whole nother thing, and those are a lot more.
More
you
like
need-
detailed
yeah,
details.
and you need to be careful with that stuff because a lot of the chemicals that you use are toxic. So
You don't necessarily need to know how to make models. You could buy the
no,
models.
yeah, there's a million and one websites. It's
like
that
$3
just
for a
sell
model.
you 3D printed things for like 99 cents. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right, cool, here you go.
And then you can just print it.
Yeah.
So if you ever need an excuse to get into a new techie hobby and want to start now, 3D printing's probably pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fairly cheap.
Yeah,
Hobbies are expensive.
Yeah,
you know?
they're machines. They're hard, and like the learning curve to start is pretty tough. But there's fantastic people on YouTube that will like teach you everything you need to know.
It's one of those communities that just helps.
Yeah, it's great. It's one of like the most loving and like cool communities that I've ever joined. Everybody, I'm like, hey, I'm having this problem, and there's like 1,000,001 people that are like, oh, try this, try this, try this. I've had this problem, try this. They're super helpful, and they just want more people to join their hobby, which is great.
Yeah. So you should join it.
Yeah, 3D printing's cool.
And thank you for watching this week's episode of For You Page. Thank you, Adam, for joining me.
No problem.
We'll see you next time.